Hello everyone, my name is Jobe. I'm a South African but I'm based in India, and welcome to the NOS podcast where we give you the insights of how we live in India. Of course, I'll never do this better alone. I have a partner in crime here next to me, a very beautiful lady. Thank you to the crew for giving me such a beautiful angel.
Hello everyone, my name is Tiffany King. I'm from Mozambique. And yes, we are your hosts of NOS Podcast. And today we have a very interesting topic. We will be talking about cultural exchange chronicles.
Okay, let me start with you, my guy. Just introduce yourself and tell us what made you to come and study in India.
Specifically, I will begin with introducing myself. I'm Anthony Kabira. I'm from the Democratic Republic of Uganda,
Okay.
the part of Africa. You can call it the part of Africa, the motherland of Africa. So, specifically, what made me come in India? Of course, I came to study. That is the first point. But of course, there is an addition to that, which we shall talk about maybe along the line.
Okay, what motivated you to decide to come to India?
Specifically, what motivated me, it was, of course, the standard of the academic situation in India. That is the first thing. And maybe my ambitions in life. Of course, I have several ambitions, but most of them are based on the academic line. So that's why I chose India in the first place.
Okay, you're speaking about the standard of academic in India. The standard of academic in India, is it better than in your country?
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Okay. Ndebo, let me speak to you. Can you just introduce yourself and also tell us what motivated you exactly to come to India?
Okay, my name is Ndayibongo from South Africa, based in Durban, in South Africa. For me, coming to India, okay, education motivated me, but then it wasn't on my plan list. I did not plan to come to India. We passed matric, of which they call it when you pass high school. Okay, yeah, high school. We passed high school 2016, and then there was a lady who was working in administration, was an Indian. His husband is here from India. So her husband introduced us to the scholarship, and then that was 2017, right after finishing matric.
Yeah.
So then we applied, and then the next thing I was here in India in July. So that was my journey coming here.
Tiffany?
So, yes, guys, all of us, when we got in India, we had the first impression. So, I would like you guys to share with us what was your first impression of India, and we can start from Anthony.
Right. I think the first impressions are really a little bit controversial in the other way. And of course, I mean, there are more mesmerizing things here to give credit to. Let's say, one of the mesmerizing things that really captivated me when I reached in Vizag, man, talk about cultural diversity here. Oh my God, it's so nice. You know, like when we talk about Vizag, not specifically Vizag, let me use the term India.
India, right?
The first thing you think about is culture. Before other things, is talk about culture. The way they celebrate their festivals, the way they... Man, it's so nice. I just love it. And then another thing that really captivated me when I reached here in India is how people really love their country.
Okay.
So, you were not shocked by the culture or something, like you were just normal with it or comfortable with the
Yeah,
culture?
specifically about the comfortability of all towards the culture, I think I wouldn't say that I wasn't comfortable, because that would be like an insult. First of all, from the roots where I come from, or maybe from, okay, specifically from Uganda, the things that they teach you when you're young is respect people, right? That is the first thing. And that's one of the, that's one of my characters. I respect people the way they are, even if, whether they are bad, whether they are good, it's their culture, you know? As long as it doesn't affect me. And when I reached in India, I mean, there are different cultures. They don't affect me in any way, so I have to respect. That is the first thing that you have to do.
Sure.
Then after the respect, you have to, it depends upon your interest in the culture. So when I reached in India, I looked at different cultures. Then now I had to sit down and think about it. What makes me happy? What do I like about the Indian culture? You know? So generally speaking, upon India's culture, I think it's nice. It's really nice, yeah.
To answer that
To be honest.
question, you put to yourself, what do you like about Indian culture?
Oh, what I like about Indian culture, I mean, to pick out among the diverse cultures in India, I mean, it's so difficult for me to pick out, honestly. But one of the cultures that I like here is raw divorce rate. Honestly, think about the divorce rate in India. So, maybe 2%, maybe very less. Then another culture is about friendship.
Friendship. Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Okay. Let me tell you about India's friendship. You know, these guys are really very hospitable in the first place. Whether they know you, whether you are an Indian, whether you are not an Indian, oh my God, they have a kind of hospitality. Even in Uganda, back home, actually Uganda is known of being one of the most hospitable countries in Africa. But man, India is very hospitable. Like when I reached here, I mean, I didn't know many people here in Vizag. People welcomed me, specifically the Indians, they welcomed me. I mean, I love them. I give them that credit.
And what about you, Ntebo? What do you think about it? What was your first impression? Can you share with us?
For me, the first impression about the Indians, it's the culture, as HPK said, the way they build their families. Because once I realized when I came, I started in Hyderabad. I studied in Hyderabad before coming to Vizag. So I get to know that, we find it hard, like in Africa, especially in southern parts, to find someone pregnant. They build their families. They have this thing of arranging marriage. So for them, you'll not find someone they are pregnant dating. Okay, they can date in high school and colleges, but then you'll find families. They are built on families. They are structures. They make this arranged marriage, and once this marriage they are made, they made out of people who maybe never knew each other. They're arranged by parents. And then when they come to this arranged thing, that marriage that they're into, they came for the goal of building something, of having a family. It's not like people who are, let's say, you and HPK were dating. So you guys, when you are dating, if something happened along dating, you can easily quickly divorce. But here, that culture doesn't allow that, because people, they met to build family. Whatever happened, they protect this thing because they came together to make this thing, which is family. So it's very rare to find that there are people, street kids, because some of those things happen because of the clash between the parents. Because the parents, they gathered on love. Not that it's wrong to be gathered on love, but then you should know the purpose of the family. So for me, the culture, and their culture is very rich in India. Apart from families and stuff, you'll see there are so many festivals in India. Not talking about religious festivals. I'm talking about cultural festivals that are different from religious. Because back home, or in Africa mostly, in the southern parts, now they confuse the culture with the religion.
Yeah.
So you'll get people now, they discredit the culture because of so-called religion. Yeah, so here in India, maybe it's there, but most of the time you'll find out there is a cultural event, everyone is celebrating it. It doesn't mean that now you're a Christian, now you cannot wear sari. It doesn't mean that, if it was home, it could be like that. Now it's like they are choosing between the culture and the religion. But here, I think the most thing that keep Indians to be together like this is their culture. They respect their culture, they love their culture so much. One thing I learned about them, they stayed true to themselves, to their culture, after all this Western, everyone. But then for them, I think that's the most thing that kept them to be who they are, their culture.
As you can see, we are speaking and sipping at the same time. We are at the bean board. You can also pass by Monday to Saturday and come and also give yourself these nice things here, as you can see. So I want us to carry on, especially on what you said about arranged marriage. How do you feel about that, especially because you're from South Africa and I know they don't like that? How do you feel about that? Do you think we have to implement that in our countries as well as in Uganda? I don't know, how do you feel about that in Uganda? But let me start with you. How do you feel about arranged marriage? Because I know your family doesn't like that, especially your sisters.
Well, for me personally, this is the thing when you come to marriage.
Mm-hmm.
You can come to marriage through love because you love someone.
Yeah.
But then
It's not guaranteed that you're going to love that person till the end.
If it's not an arranged marriage.
That's my conversation. I'm saying you're dating someone,
Yeah.
you're in the honeymoon phase,
Yes.
and then you love that person. You're like, I have money, I have everything. Then why? Let me get married.
Yeah.
Then you get married, and then along the way, maybe 2-3 years down the line, you're like, hey, I made a wrong choice. This person is not what I think she is or he is. And then we're like, I'm getting divorced. I find someone. Because you went to the relationship without any principles that, okay, now this is the thing that I'm doing. You get into true love. And then the arranged marriage thing, you meet someone who from maybe good family and she has values, and then now she needs someone to start life with. You also coming with the purpose of starting life with, to build something. So you meet this person through maybe the parents and stuff. The goal, before you even met, there is one goal here, which is to build a family. Whatever happened, it will happen. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong that will happen. Lot can happen wrong. But then the main goal of building a family, it will be always a priority, despite whatever happened along the relationship. So usually what happens when this love, marriage, I'm not saying it's wrong, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
What happened, you'll meet someone, you'll fall in love, you'll get the person, you'll have kids. The next thing you decide to divorce because you find someone, maybe you think he or she is in your league. Because now you see your wife, maybe your wife is not working, like you find someone you think now this person, she's better than my wife. Not appreciating the job that she's doing for you or the benefits of the kids and everything. And then you leave the kids. You leave your wife for divorce, go somewhere else, you'll find maybe someone else. And then the kills will be the casualties.
Okay.
So you know the statistic of people that they grow without their fathers and stuff.
Yeah.
But then for someone who came to arrange marriage with a purpose, I don't think it's rare that you'll find them leaving their kids and leaving their wife because they came to this arrangement knowing that this is the main goal.
Okay.
Like you can see here in India, for example, you'll find it rare to find people divorcing.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that they don't have problems. They do have problems, but then the goal and the purpose should be kept.
So you do rather choose the arranged married or love married?
Yeah, that's
basically.
my part.
Because you were just explaining like
do you think it
the
should be
both.
implemented?
Which one would you choose?
Yeah.
Okay, if I'm dating, you know when you're dating. You know when you're dating, you know the person you're dating. And you know, let's say you're dating someone maybe who likes things. And then maybe, it's true, maybe dating someone who likes things and stuff. And then you know that with this person, I cannot be certainly sure that she'll be with me until the end. Because someone with a bigger pocket can come anytime. So you need yourself to make those decisions based on your person that you are in love with. If you're not sure, then you'd rather do the arranged marriage.
Alright, okay. At least I know about South Africa, where we stand about arranged marriage. I think after explaining. He's not clear, but I know what he's So please tell me, I want to know about Uganda. How do you feel, guys, about that?
So, for me to talk about the arranged marriages, first of all, I'll start with one point, which is like my mom got married through an arranged marriage.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that is the part.
This is
But
interesting.
so, but what is my take towards arranged marriage? Currently in Uganda, we don't have arranged marriages, and even if they may be there,
Maybe roughly like 2% or like it's very rare. If I'm to be honest, very rare to have an arranged marriage. Yeah. So in the past it was there because my mom got married around 1996 there, around that area. So my opinion towards arranged marriage, I think arranged marriage depends on where it is being applied. Let me tell you why arranged marriage is working in India and why it may not work in my country at this time.
Okay.
So, when you do an arranged marriage in India, where of course it's mostly family to family, and by the way, most of these arranged marriages are based on caste, you know, and they are trying to maybe to make it in a family, something like that. So, but do you know what makes them stand out? It's because of the Indian cultural strength. It's about culture. Let me tell you why. When you get married in India, for example, like as he said, it's not like they don't have problems. They do. They do have problems in marriage. Every marriage has problems, if you have to be honest. So why do they keep together? And this is why. It's because when the lady or the man is getting married or is going to that arranged marriage, the reason is the parents back up their children with a package, like a cultural package, in form of course, in form of education, like cultural education, which is like when you go to marriage, you know, marriage is along our traditions. You shouldn't get divorced. Divorce is like a sin, you know, that kind of information. So the lady or the man, okay, the partner, any partner, goes with that kind of information in his head or her head when he's going to marriage. It's not like divorce is about problems or what. No. The reason why they stay in marriage here is because of the culture. They are fearing. They have that kind of fear of breaking the roots of their traditions, you know? Because when you go to Indian traditions, it's all about maintaining marriage. Marriage is a big factor when you go to Indian traditions, right? So another thing is, if you are to be honest, if you have interacted with the locals here, they will give you some kind of, like, they will show you that they live a life of public acceptance or community acceptance. So when I was interacting with some guys, I have very many friends in Vizag. So I was asking, why don't you date that stuff, blah, 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 blah. He's like, you know, man, when I begin dating and I marry a different girl, the community will be against me. Do you listen to that? The community will be against me. Why? Because you are breaking the roots of their traditions. If you are trying to date a girl, why date a girl? If you date her, then marry her. I'm just using the principle of dating, which is not common, of course, but I'm just using it as an example. Because he was like, man, if I date a girl and maybe we don't marry, of course, at the end, arranged marriage will come in. You get? What if the community knows about him dating someone else? So it will be against him. You see? So what makes these kind of marriages, arranged marriages, stand out is because of the fear and respect of their traditions.
All right.
So, back in my country, when we talk about having arranged marriages, the reason why they are not going to stand out is we have been culturally eroded by the Western civilization. Look at the countries where they were colonized by the British. India is among, but do you know why India is different from those countries? Do you know the difference between India and other countries? because for it didn't go with the British culture. It maintained its traditional culture.
Yes.
If you had to be honest, I don't know whether I think South Africa was also colonized by British, right?
Yeah.
Even my country, the same. Maybe I don't know about your countries, but
No,
yeah.
we were not.
So for my country, it's about Western civilization, you know? So the fact that the young generation has been eroded culturally, our traditions have been left out, so it will be difficult. It will be difficult to convince people to go back into their traditions, saying arranged marriages and so. I think that's the reason.
So your answer is arranged marriage should be implemented back if they are not implemented in your country. You are saying yes to arranged marriages.
Generally, me, because this would be, I have my own opinion. My opinion was, right now it would be difficult to apply an arranged marriages in Uganda. Why? Because of the cultural erosion by the previous colonialists. And I was giving the same reason. I was giving a different reason why it's standing out here in India.
Okay.
Because they maintain their cultural traditions.
Okay.
Yeah,
If we
but-
also maintain those cultural traditions after the post-colonialism, then it would be easier. Even it would be going on. I told you my mom went through arranged marriage, but now me I can't go for that.
What is the best for you? What would you choose?
Me, what I would choose.
I wanted to address, since you are the product of
Oh,
arranged marriage.
yeah.
How do you feel about
Yes.
it based on
How do you feel?
your parents?
Okay, as a product of arranged marriage is, when, like as I said, when you're in an arranged marriage, you have that like kind of fear. I don't want to get divorced because it's a disrespect to my family. It's a disrespect to my grands and grands.
Yeah.
So it is always like standing out. The parents are always standing out. The mothers are standing out for
Okay,
their children.
I think you like it.
Yeah, generally. Honestly, I'm in the middle.
Okay.
I like it, but at the same point, I have this kind of culture erosion,
So
you know.
you will not choose it at all,
No,
or you will choose it basically.
if I was going to marry in India, I would choose it. But if
No,
I'm marrying
okay,
in
back
Uganda,
home.
back home,
Yeah.
back home, no, I would go for normal dating.
Okay.
Normal dating. This is
Depending on what HBK is saying.
Sure.
Arranged marriage, it's good, but the era we're in, it's wrong.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing.
Yeah. Dating is a pandemic. That's what you are saying. Okay.
And let me add one simple thing about what you said.
Yeah.
Have you realized? Okay, me when I'm at home, when I have my phone, I'm a person who likes reading news, like notifications. I like reading news, like to see what is happening around. So most of the times when I'm reading news about Indian crimes or what's happening around, mostly it's suicide. And how does this kind of suicide take place? It's like a man, if I'm the head of the family, I'm going to kill myself. But if I kill myself, I'm killing my child, maybe.
Everyone
Like I've seen those
around
instances,
you.
they are very common.
Yeah.
Or someone, like the husband dies, and after maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 1 month, the wife also kills herself.
Then
and the
what
family.
perpetrates that? What
I
is the
think
reason?
okay. I'm not 100% sure because I don't want to be judgmental at this point because families have different issues. So, but in my own evaluation or in my own thinking, maybe I have a feeling that when it's an arranged marriage, like as I said, they have fear of going back to the.
Yeah.
It's like it's a disrespect here. Actually, let me tell you, if you want to live very well in India, if you want to live a good life in India, respect people.
Yeah.
Because that's what India is based about, respect.
Okay.
So the fact that they are trying to resist from maybe divorce or some kind of that, so they feel like getting married again is like a disrespect to their family. They have that kind of culture, like they are respecting their traditions. So maybe when the husband dies, it's like, maybe my life is over. Maybe that family also has financial problem. Like, that's why I'm not specifying the exact reason, because I can't know. Like, generally, I can't know.
Jobe, I'm sure you have something to say because when you touched on it, you're like, maybe
No,
you know something about this.
Yeah, most of the time, yeah, people generally, mostly, they die on suicide. And it's men, think because of the families, whatever that's happening, then they decide to kill themselves. And then I think the most things that in this arranged marriage, it's only focusing on men. So if a man dies, like usually it may be, I'm saying maybe because I'm not sure, in these clusters, the third class people, if a man dies, maybe because of suicide or whatever, maybe the man cannot provide for his family. He sees that whatever that's happening, I cannot take it anymore. Maybe he kill himself. And then the family, after the man dies, cannot survive because they were based on that man. As HBK was saying, going back home is not an option because you left home to build a family with this man. And then now this man decided to kill himself. How are you going to raise this child? How are you going to raise these children without this man now? I think those are some of the things that perpetuates to these things that are happening. And you'll find out that, I remember in class, the professor was telling us that the minimum wage, I think, is 2.5. Imagine you earning 2.5. How can you take care of the family? I said 2.5 or 4,000. I'm not too sure. How are you going to take care of the family with the 4,000 rupees? The one that you spend in one day buying sneakers, and then they have to pay rent. Kids have to go to school. They have to eat. So those things, they can impact in these suicidal deaths are taking place. Yeah, that's my opinion. I don't know, but I'll go back because I'm from South Africa, and the church that I'm attending, yeah, they do arrange marriage. They do arrange marriage. I think that the reason it seems like I like it, okay, I like it, but it's because this arranged marriage back home, they preserve the culture because our church is based on culture. So if I had to get married with someone who doesn't know my culture, who has beliefs which are not same as mine in terms of family. So now that person, when it comes to my family, she has to change who she is in order for me and to accommodate the family. Along the way, she'll get tired, and then she'll tell you one day, now you're doing this, and for me, I change everything to be with you.
What do you mean now you're doing this and doing this?
Okay.
Doing something that will make her not.
Maybe, okay. Now you're taking me where I didn't want to go.
Okay.
Back home, in my church, you're allowed to have many wives as you can. It depends on your pockets.
Right.
So taking someone that you took from love, that you were dating, who doesn't know this culture, for you the purpose is to build a family. And let's say maybe she cannot have a male child. So we believe that if you not have a male child, that home is not a home because there is no heir. There's no heir in that home. You need to have a male child. And then if you say now, cause we don't have a male child, let me get a second wife. For her, the background she's coming from, she will not understand that you need to have this because she'll think why you need that because now the things have changed. For me, I'm a Christian, But for you and your cultures and your family, you know that if now I die and then these two girls get married, my home is done. So I need to get a male child. for her, she won't see that as someone who needs to build a family by taking another wife so that he can have a mate. She'll see it as someone who's, maybe she'll see that maybe you think she's not enough. She'll think that because she cannot give you a male boy, now you're finding someone else. She will not see in this perspective that the family must goes on, the legacy must be carrying on.
Okay, all right. Arranged marriage is a very controversial topic. I think you guys should just comment down below and tell us what do you think about this. Please don't forget to subscribe and also share this video to everyone as much as you can. I want us to bring up our glasses, guys. Yeah, everyone here, bring up our glasses. And okay, they have unbranded. I'm the only one who has a branded mug here. Okay, we're at the Beanboard, guys, and this is where you should come and visit all the time when you find time to come out with your friends and also enjoy here at the Beanboard. So, guys, I want to bring us back to the topic. What is the celebration culture that has impressed you here in India? For me, I think Diwali, because that is the thing we both know in South Africa, right? Yeah, Indians are celebrating Diwali, I think, around this time. And I was so interested to see how do they celebrate Diwali here, especially because it's the original space of Diwali celebration. So what celebration or culture or celebration that has impressed you in India?
For me,
Don't take this one wrong. I'm a kind of an introvert, so whatever this cultural, okay, there is one thing about me, I think it's wrong because I've never engaged in learning the local culture and stuff, the language and stuff, but I can see from my perspective and with the people that I talk to. But then there's always this thing back of my mind, like, I'll be here in India and then I'll be gone forever or for good. And there are cultures from my country of which I don't know. And I'm going to live there for the rest of my life. Why would I neglect my own and then be interested in someone's culture that has nothing to do with me? But then, go back in what you said. I think I got interested in this.
Color ones.
Huh?
The festival about colors.
No, not holy. Yeah, but the thing is, holy, I know it's witness is so many times, but then I don't understand the concept of holy. What is holy? Because you can see the colors and stuff, people are painting themselves, but then you don't know the reason behind. You don't know the reason behind holy. You can see Ganesh. Ganesh will see maybe the statue will be there. Okay, I rephrase. God will be there. Then they'll pray. You'll see using whatever that they use. But then what confused me is that when the festival ends, they take it and throw it in the lake. I've witnessed that in Hyderabad, and then I've never get to know the reason behind it. So I wouldn't say there's a festival that I like it more because I don't have the full meaning of it.
About the festivals?
Yeah, which one
has
impressed you?
Generally, about the festivals, first of all, this is one of my instincts, and there's you can use adventure to describe me. Adventure. You can use that word to describe me. I like adventure, honestly. And you know, adventure comes along with many things, many different things. Culture, friendship, tourism. So it's it's an open-ended thing. So when you talk about festivals that have really amused me here in Vizag, generally I would pick out, let me see, I think Hori is a little bit more entertaining.
yes,
I take it like an entertainment festival, because it brings people together. Honestly, I've not attended one, but Yeah, honestly, I've not attended one. Yeah, for some reasons, maybe I was busy or maybe I
Yeah.
didn't get invited.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, like I didn't know like the steps to take. Like as he was saying, like it doesn't know the criteria to follow when celebrating those festivals. But fortunately enough, I've been invited on several festivals. By the way, when there are festivals, like on my street, they come to my house for contributions.
You're
So-
a movie star, so.
No, not like that. I'll just take that one as a compliment. But the thing is, like, honestly, like around my street, like I live like in a community which is like a family, family kind of thing. Like people, I feel like they like me. So they like me and they are more curious, like to share their culture with me. Like I'll give you an example. Like recently, he was talking about Ganesh festival. So I have one of the neighbors. Of course, they are Hindus. I think it's a Hindu. I don't know. I think it's a religious thing, right? Yeah. So he came to me, and actually he talked to me like for 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. He talked to me for 2 hours about that thing. He was, of course, briefing me about how I should live here in Vizag. Many things, by the way, many things. He works in AU. So, like, most of my neighbors are, like, very friendly to me. Like, I can even, like, leave something with them. Like, if I want something, I just go there. If I want their motorcycle, I can just go and get it. Like, I live with them like a family,
Yeah.
So when they invite me for the festivals, I go there. Honestly, I go there.
So, which one would you pick
Of
up?
course, Hori. I said Hori.
Holy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've not attended one. But from what I saw, I think it's nice because it brings
So-
the youth together. Like I feel like it's more entertaining.
Okay.
It's international.
Yeah, it's international.
But it's not only based in India. There are countries also where it's based.
Oh, okay. So, although we'll have some points